Hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about how to accomplish your New Year's resolutions and goals in 2020. So let's just get straight into the video. So I was just brainstorming on my phone and coming up with ideas of how I could personally implement different rules and different kind of pieces of advice. So after brainstorming, I came up with about 8 different tips for accomplishing your goals and New Year's resolutions in the new year. So let's go ahead and get started. Number 1 is to use the 5-second rule. So if you don't know what the 5-second rule is, the 5-second rule was created by Mel Robbins. She has a TED Talk on this, and I'll link that down below. Basically what the 5-second rule is that the human brain has like 5 seconds when you are ready to switch over into doing another task, before the brain kicks in and tells you like, this is something that's going to make you uncomfortable, it's going to take you out of your comfort zone, maybe let's not do it. But you have 5 seconds to kind of counteract that and like not have your brain like kind of click and like go into that mode. And then so basically she says to count down from 5. Don't count up to 5, count down, because counting down I guess takes more concentration, and if you count up you can always just keep counting until 10, 20, 30, you know. So count down from 5, and then after you count down and then after you go to 1, go ahead and take an action. Like, so let's say your goal is to go to the gym like once a day. So count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then stand up, and that'll be like your action. And then like just put on your shoes or like get ready to go to the gym. Like, you don't need to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and then immediately like run to your car and like, you know, go to the gym. All you have to do is do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you need to stand up and take action on whatever it is that you are wanting to accomplish. And basically what this does is, this is kind of like a starting ritual. It's used to kind of rewire your brain in a way so that it can kind of counteract that part of your brain that's kind of just like, okay, let's not do anything that takes you out of your comfort zone and things like that. She explains it a lot better than I could ever explain it in her TED Talk down below that I'm going to link. But basically the 5-second rule is just, it has helped me a lot. Basically, I just use it for like when I need to get out of bed, when I want to start on a new project. I just don't feel like it maybe, but I count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I'm up on my feet. I'm going to the computer, going to wherever I need to go to get what I need to get done. And taking that time to do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is already taking an action, taking a step in the right direction towards accomplishing your goal, towards getting up and actually, you know, getting on your feet and really like getting into it, basically. So that's it for number 1. We're going to move on to the next tip, which is to create a vision board. So a vision board is basically a board of different, it's like a collage in a way. You take clippings from the computer or from magazines or anywhere that you want to find, you know, a picture or something visual that you can like actually like physically put on a board or a screen or anything like that. I've created vision boards before for my home screen and lock screen on my phone. I've created them for my desktop. I haven't actually done like a physical board yet because I don't really have magazines or anything like that to like put that together. But basically what a vision board is you take different clippings and different pictures of things, of something that inspires you. So let's say you want to move out, you want to move to Florida, you want to move to New York, you want to move somewhere else. And so you find pictures that inspire you of like New York and like things that really get you motivated. And I found that this has really helped. It just really helps create motivation. If you believe in like the law of attraction and like manifesting and things like that, it's also really good for that. Because you're visualizing it every time. You want to put it somewhere that you're going to look at a lot. So like If you spend a lot of time in your room, like put it in your room. If you spend a lot of time by the kitchen, like put it on the refrigerator or stuff like that. If you spend a lot of time on your phone, you can create a vision board for your phone, a lock screen and home screen. And it really just is there for you to like visualize all your dreams and goals and like really think about it a lot, and it motivates you, and it also is there to manifest whatever goals and dreams that you have. So I really believe in doing vision boards. It doesn't need to be the prettiest thing ever. It doesn't need to be a whole like Pinterest event. But I would say to make it look aesthetically pleasing to your eye, because you want it to really uplift you when you look at it and really motivate you. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on to the third tip, which is to set realistic goals and resolutions. So I know this may be like kind of common sense, but when I was younger, I used to set these crazy like kind of goals and things. Like I would never go to the gym, but then my resolution would be I'm gonna go to the gym like 4 times a day. So instead of doing that, like for example, if your goal is to go to the gym, maybe you want to go to the gym like 3 times a day, right? But if you've never really gone to the gym or like done something of that nature, like if you're starting out fresh, this is your first experience doing something like that, it may be a little bit overwhelming to try to take on that much in your lifestyle all at once. If you set something that you don't think you can actually do, or you set something unrealistic, then you'll most likely get discouraged. I know some people can get encouraged from taking on a big like kind of project that they like that's overwhelming for them. I'm not that type of person. I know a lot of people are not that type of person. So if you know that you're that type of person, don't set an unrealistic goal, because it can be discouraging when it's just like kind of unrealistic, and then it's hard to keep up with, and then you're just like, oh, forget it, I'm not gonna do it, it's too much. So instead, take steps. So for example, if you say like you want to go to the gym 4 times a day, maybe you reel it back a little bit and maybe you do like I'm going to go to the gym once a day, or I'm going to go to the gym every other day starting out. And then you can build on top of that and start taking steps. Then you can say I'm going to go to the gym once a day, then twice a day. And eventually, if you still want to, you can go up to that 4 that you were looking to do. But you may find through doing that process that what you really needed was just a happy medium and not kind of an extreme kind of thing like, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym like 4 times a day. So yeah, so that's my tip number 3. Tip number 4 is also goes along with number 3, is to set a specific goal. So you don't want to really set something kind of broad, because that kind of leaves it up to interpretation. The more specific that you can make your goal, the more you can really target it and like zoom in on it and kind of just pick it apart and like really just keep going at it. So for example, if you want to like lose weight, don't say I want to lose weight. Say I want to lose X amount of pounds, or I want to reach a certain amount of body fat percentage. That way it's easier to track and it's easier to actually reach that goal than whether than just I want to lose weight. Well, what does that mean exactly? Like if you lose 1 pound, is that what you're looking for? You know, it leaves a lot up to interpretation basically. And don't just say like, oh, I want to eat healthy. Like actually come up with a good like lifestyle eating habits and things like that. Come up with a plan. I know that's probably like self-explanatory. That's probably something you're going to already do, but like come up with a specific zoomed in idea of what eating healthy means to you, and then stick to that. Okay, so moving on to tip number 5. Tip number 5, I said, is to manifest. Now, I know not everybody believes in manifestation and believes in the law of attraction. I myself did not believe in it for the longest time, and I will say in the short time of picking up the law of attraction and trying to implement manifestation, I have had a couple of instances where something that I've manifested has actually come into fruition. So I do, with other people's testimonials, think that it really does help. I think that it helps to motivate you. It helps to really think about it in a way that kind of has you, it has it in the focus. It's in your focus, so it's attainable. It's in your field when you think about it, and so you're able to go out and reach it. Basically, that's how I think about it. Okay, so enough about that. I'm not gonna push that too much in this video, but I do want to explore that a little bit on my channel, so leave a comment down below if you would like me to explore that a little bit more on my channel. So yeah, so moving on to my next tip, which is to know why you want this goal. Know your why, basically. Know why you want it. Because when you know why you want it, you have that motivation, you have a better understanding, a clearer idea of what it is that you want and why you want it. So like for me, for example, I want to learn how to drive. I already kind of know how to drive, but not only do I just want my driver's license, I want to know why exactly is that. And when I think about it, meditate on it for a little bit and really think about why you want it, I realize I want a car, I want a driver's license so that I can be more independent, because I plan on moving out of Indiana. I want to be able to have easy transportation for myself and be able to rely on myself. And so that's why I want X, Y, and Z. And then when you know why, then you can motivate yourself, because I feel like motivation, for me at least, is what drives me to do everything that I do. And so if I'm not motivated to do something, I'm just probably not going to do it, or I'll procrastinate and put it as far back as possible on my to-do list. So really know your motivation, know your why, and that'll really help you to keep pushing through any obstacles that you'll find on your journey to accomplishing your goals. And the final tip is another kind of self-explanatory one, but I'm going to go into it a little bit more. It's to set aside the time, slash make a schedule. So is to set aside the time and or to make a schedule. So I know it's kind of self-explanatory, like, okay, I need to set aside the time, but when you really think about it, like, we all, if you're older, like, you have to go to work, you have to do the X, Y, and Z, but if you really can help it, try to minimize. If you work at a job where you make your own hours and you really want to accomplish your goal, you might have to scale back on how many hours you're working in order to accomplish what you want, because it really does, for me at least, like, drain me when I'm just working on something that isn't really passionate, that's something that I'm not passionate about, something that's not motivating me. But obviously, you need the monetization, you need the money to accomplish your goals. You probably need money for that and just to live day by day. But like, let's say you get an offer to go out somewhere. If you know, if you really know that, like, you'd rather be working on your resolution or working on your goal, just turn it down. Like, there's nothing wrong with just saying no. Really just set aside the time. If this is something that you really want, you really have to set aside the time. And if you're really bad about, like, setting aside a certain block of time for something, or like or not even a block, if you don't know how to, like, take time out of your day to, like, do it, because I know that's been hard for me in the past, I recommend making a schedule. That's something that I did, and what I did was I have different goals. I have a bunch of different goals that I have, and then I have a block of time scheduled out for each one of my goals throughout the day. And that's a working schedule right now, but it's working for when I'm not at work. So when I'm just having a free day off, that's my schedule that I try to stick to. And then when I have work, I kind of am a little bit more lenient. when I do have to work, I kind of am a little bit more lenient on sticking to the schedule, which is why I recommend cutting back on hours if you can and if you really want to accomplish this goal. So yeah, so that is all my tips that I have for accomplishing your goals and New Year's resolutions in the new year. Another quick tip that I also have, a little bonus tip, is to actually do a bullet journal, is to do bullet journaling. So this is the bullet journal that I have. It's by Archer and Olive. So I'll leave the link down below for this one if you would like to buy this bullet journal. But I really think that journaling, or I really think that bullet journaling or journaling of your personal preference or journaling of any kind really helps as well. To really just write down your goals and kind of see them, visualize them on paper helps as well. And then one thing that I do is I have a habit planner. So I have a little calendar written out for each different habit or each different goal that I'm working towards. So you can see on this page have my habit trackers. And so what I do is basically I have a habit tracker for each different one that I'm working on right now. So I have one for driving, I have one for bullet journaling, I have one for LA planning, and then because I want to move to LA, and then I have one for YouTube. So I haven't actually written any of these in yet. I really should do that. Clearly I haven't done bullet journaling, so we can don't have to worry about writing that in. But I am doing YouTube today, so I will definitely fill that in later. But it really just helps to see like it all come together and be like, oh, I didn't do YouTube planning yesterday or the day before. I should do it today, and you're like, you can like kind of catch up and see, like kind of play catch up with yourself and just kind of see how much you've been working towards your goal. And it kind of is kind of inspiring to look at as well throughout the month, like, oh, I've worked on this like this many times. And then if you haven't worked on it, kind of be like, realize that, and then just like, oh, like I haven't worked on it this amount of days, I should work on it today. And it kind of just helps you kind of put it all together and see the overall picture. So yeah, I hope this helped out some of you guys, and I hope you guys like this video. Do like this video if you got any advice or new things that you didn't maybe know about. And definitely subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna be doing like kind of advice videos, also like lifestyle videos, like wig reviews and like clothing hauls and stuff like that. And then I'm also gonna be doing story times. That's kind of the focus of my channel that I want to go in right now. So if you are someone that's looking for content like that, please subscribe. I don't know if it's over here, over here, over here, but wherever the button is at, please subscribe. It helps me out a lot. I'm really trying to get back into the game and focus and really just go hard, because actually making YouTube is one of my New Year's resolutions. Doing YouTube, I really want to hit 10K by 2021. I really want to make this a career for myself. So if you guys would please subscribe, please like the video, that'll help me out a lot, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you.